The galaxy classified humans as the weakest species it had ever encountered. 3 cycles later, they rewrote every military doctrine they had. This is the story of how humanity earned the name Space Orcs. When humanity first entered the Galactic Concord, no one was impressed. The station they arrived on was a monument to calm, smooth architecture, controlled climates, and species evolved for patience and precision. Conflict was rare here. Everything was measured, optimized, and safe. Humans did not belong. They were shorter than most species, denser, louder. Their movements were abrupt. Their voices carried emotion even when they tried to suppress it. To the galaxy, humans appeared inefficient, burdened by excess muscle, redundant organs, and an alarming tolerance for discomfort. Records labeled them biologically unremarkable. A death world species, yes, but not a threatening one. Their planet was violent, their history chaotic, yet their technology lagged behind older civilizations. Humans compensated with cooperation, improvisation, and a tendency to ignore risk. The Concord mistook this for recklessness rather than adaptation. For a time, humans were tolerated. They were placed in observation roles, trade discussions, and cultural exchanges. Never security, never crisis response, never anything important. Then the station experienced its first emergency in 600 cycles. A minor systems failure cascaded into something far worse. Power grids destabilized. Environmental controls began to fail. Automated systems stalled while protocols waited for authorization and consensus. The galaxy responded as it always had, by pausing. Humans did not pause. Before alarms had fully propagated, humans were already moving. They crossed restricted areas, entered maintenance corridors, and interfered with systems they barely understood. Sensors flagged them repeatedly, marking their actions as unsafe, irrational, and statistically fatal. Yet they continued. They ignored injury warnings. They bypassed safeguards. They entered zones marked as lethal, not because they were immune, but because someone had to go first. It was then the Concord realized something fundamental. Humans did not experience danger the same way. Where other species saw thresholds and probabilities, humans saw urgency. Where others calculated survival, humans calculated responsibility. Their bodies endured stress that should have incapacitated them, fueled by adrenaline, stubbornness, and something the galaxy had never quantified: refusal to quit. The station survived, not because of perfect design or advanced logic, but because a species bred on chaos refused to wait for permission while everything burned. In the aftermath, the Concord reviewed the data. Human strength was not exceptional. Their technology was not superior. Their biology was not elegant. But their behavior under pressure was unprecedented. That was the moment the galaxy quietly updated its files. Humans were not soft. They were unstable, adaptive, relentless. And if such a species ever chose to fight, the galaxy would never be the same again. We welcomed humans as guests. We studied them as curiosities. We classified them as harmless. That was our first mistake. Episode 2, They Banned Humans from War,